Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. You might be able to see my cat's tail over there swishing back and forth. She's on the table today. But today we're going to get into the weekly love outlook for Leo. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and pull out your oracle cards, Leo. And this is going to be for September 28th to October 4th. And let's just see what this particular connection, what kind of energies are impacting it. Now, this is a Love Weekly, and in my Love Weekly readings, I look at a connection that you have with someone. So it could be that you have multiple connections, but whatever connection is being highlighted in your life this week, if you're resonating with this reading, Leo. So it could be someone new, could be reconciliation, could be another lover, it could be a present lover, what have you. We're going to take a look and see. All right, so let's get right into it, Leo. See what kind of spirits are impacting your relationship this week. We have Spirit of Gold, nice. Spirit of the Scales and Spirit of the Mermaid. So Spirit of Gold, of course, we're talking about wealth, the windfall. There's money involved in this connection. Spirit of the Scales, talking about, of course, balance coming in, justice coming in, a rebalancing, karma being fulfilled. And then the Spirit of the Mermaid is just kind of this beautiful, untamed, wild, free energy that is going to be affecting this connection this week, this relationship. If you're resonating with this reading, these are just some of the kind of energies that might be impacting. Spirit of the Scale shows up a lot for my readings and has done recently. And I think that a lot of us are generally going through a really karmic period right now where we're certainly going through a lot of rebalancing. At least a lot of the quants on my channel, right? Because this oracle card shows up so much for love readings on my channel. All right, Leo, so let's see what you and your lover, you and your person are going through this week. Show me what's going on for Leo. We're talking about September 28th to October 4th. My lovely Leos, fire sign. Show me. All right. All right, your person is coming into the week with Queen of Swords, and you are coming into the week with Moon energy, Leo. They see you as a 5 of Cups. You see them as a 10 of Cups. Wow. They desire Queen of Pentacles. You desire 5 of Swords. And what needs to happen is the 3 of Pentacles for them and an Ace of Swords for you. At the bottom of the deck, Leo, you have Death. So a lot of change is coming in. This connection is changing. Death is also about loss. So there's a loss happening here somewhere, or there was a loss. And it could be that you're just going through sort of the leftovers of that right now. It's interesting. Right away, I see you have 2 5s. There's a lot of power struggle here this week. A lot of power struggle. And of course, death is not so much about power struggle, but oftentimes after the power struggle comes a sense of loss. Let's get right into it, Leo. Your person is coming into the week with Queen of Swords, and you're coming into the week with Moon energy. So you're kind of feeling like you're going through a testing phase right now, Leo. The Moon is all about testing. It's all about things happening that aren't quite understandable in their entirety. There seems to be a hidden component to things that are happening. Could be a hidden component to this relationship, to your feelings, to how you're feeling in general. The Moon brings a phase, brings out a period in our lives, a stage or a phase in our lives where it's just not everything is there, right? We're not given all the information. We're given glimpses. And glimpses of information can come in the form of dreams or visions. It can come in the form of feelings and sensitivities. This is what makes it all this kind of very Moon Piscean energy, right? That we associate with the Moon. And it's a difficult time because there's a fear there associated with that because we don't know what it all means, right? So yes, it feels very much like a testing phase right now. You may be having a lot of dreams right now, also just psychically, Leo. A lot of visions, a lot of dreams. You may be tapping into a high degree of sort of psychic ability right now also. Now, your person is coming into the week with a Queen of Swords, Leo, and so they are also having this kind of moment of honesty. Queen of Swords is interesting, court card. She is really turning that sort of truth inward, at herself almost in a way. She's rising above the cloud of confusion by playing familiar roles, wearing masks that protect who she truly is from everyone or hide who she truly is from other people. Queen of Swords is oftentimes, she's gained this sort of understanding after a lot of self-work, right? A lot of self-analysis and awareness, right? Swords energy is all about the mind, the psyche, how we see ourselves, our self-confidence. And so Queen of Swords is definitely coming in, you know, your person is coming into this period where they're being very, very honest with themselves about who they are. The other thing also with that energy is that oftentimes Queen of Swords energy people will require a lot of honesty, of course, from everyone else. Interesting. Now, how do you guys see each other? Your person sees you as 5 of Cups and you see them as 10 of Cups. And so here we have a real divergence because they see you struggling with an internal sort of power struggle, right? They see that you're battling to hold on to something that's in the past. You may not be letting go. This is how they're seeing you, Leo. They're seeing you as 1 foot in the past, or maybe 2, you know, one side of you, one portion of you is in the past, and you're really unwilling to sort of take that other foot and move forward. You're kind of lingering. 5 of Cups is the card for sort of grief and despair and sorrow. That internal power struggle that we have when we just kind of refuse to look for, you know, we're too afraid to look forward. We refuse to look forward to the future and be positive. We find a sense of security in our sorrow because it is at least what we know, right? Even though it hurts, it's what we know. And there can be this real sense of fear of letting go of that and moving on, because then we open ourselves up to possible possible pain or aching in the future. And how much will that hurt, right? And so there's this fear component. That's how your person sees you this week. So this is quite interesting. You're seeing them as 10 of Cups. So for you, you see them as like your love, you know? You see them as completing you. There is something is at odds here in terms of how you're seeing each other. It could just be that right now you're going through a very difficult period, and this is how your person is seeing you. It feels to me, Leo, like there's definitely a change here in this relationship. And death is all about a change, right? It's about the loss of the old and the new coming in. And there's a change here because it's like your person is already going through a change. You can see that with that Queen of Swords energy. They're coming into a period where they are coming out of the clouds, out of confusion, out of pretending to be something that they're not. So this is already a change internally with your person. And then we have the way that they're seeing you and the fact that you're coming into the week with this moon energy, this feeling like you're really being tested. So the challenge here is, Leo, that you're kind of dealing with someone who, and for some of you, this may be vice versa, but you're kind of dealing with someone, I want to say, who's going through a mental and psychic change, and they're also kind of like you are dealing with some kind of loss in the past that they are now recognizing. It could be that before they did not see you this way because they were caught up in their own sort of, I want to say, development. Right? And now Queen of Swords is always this energy of coming out into the light and seeing things clearly, right? Now, why you see these things clearly is because of this freeing, right? But it's also an aspect of Queen of Swords to kind of suddenly emerge out of the clouds, as you can see on the card, and see things in a much more, with a lot more clarity, with a lot more understanding. And so for them to see you now as a 5 of Cups, it almost is as if it could be that they're now recognizing that you are going through some kind of depression, or that you are going through a difficult period, because 5 of Cups is certainly difficult, yet and still you see them as, you're looking to them as your 10 of Cups, as your completion. And so seeing them makes you indeed very happy. You see them as 10 of Cups, and 10 of Cups, of course, is beautiful. It's completion. It's the beginning of the next stage. It's that ultimate complete circle of the agreement. You found each other, you agree to be together, everything is where it should be, and now you start your life together. So you're certainly seeing them as a match to you. Not sure how this feeling of them seeing you with this Five of Cups energy, right? It could also be that they're seeing you as Five of Cups energy, Leo, because there may have been some challenge in the past here, right? It could be that either of you two have hurt each other in the past, and for some reason your person is still seeing you associated with that hurt. It could be that they've hurt you in the past. Now, what do you guys desire? Your person desires Queen of Pentacles, and you desire Five of Swords. So this is quite interesting. Also, Queen of Pentacles is a desire to be independent and to work hard on your garden. Queen of Pentacles is all about putting that blood, sweat, and tears and that emotional sort of investment in your work, right? She's the one who is emotionally invested in the work that she does for her livelihood, whatever her career is or her business is. She's also emotionally invested, and it shows in all of the opulence around her how important what she does is to her, how emotional it is. So it's interesting that this is what your person desires. There's something going on here with a feeling of money, of success, of being able to do what you want to do that is affecting this relationship. You desire Five of Swords, which is defeat. Five of Swords is like an end to struggling and fighting with each other. There's something going on here where it's almost as if, I want to say, it's almost as if like you guys are being challenged right now to really get through a period where before there was a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering, and there's a huge change that happened here. And can you both move forward from it? I almost want to say it's a positive change, but it may be happening at different stages. So whereas you're desiring to come out of this period of bickering and you're still seeing this person as a source of love and completion, they are also desiring in a way, well, I don't know, it's not so much that they're desiring, but I feel this right off of them, that they see the struggle that you've gone through, the pain. Feels to me like whatever this connection is, there was some pain, again, caused to you in the past, that you're still struggling with that, and they see that. They want to, however, they desire Queen of Pentacles, which is, again, they desire to have an emotional involvement in their work and somehow for that to impact this relationship. It's interesting that you have Spirit of Gold here. It could be that there was something in the past that financially happened here, and your person is wanting to reconcile with you on a financial level while you are still wanting to, in a way, reconcile with them on an emotional level, right? It's a very strange, I don't want to say strange, but it's a very odd sort of coming together. It still feels like a good coming together, but it feels very much like the spirit of death here in the sense that this dynamic, this relationship dynamic is going through a big shift. What needs to happen? Three of Pentacles for your person and for you, Ace of Swords. So your person needs to work, be more involved in communicating, be more emotional. I want to say, not emotional, but more communicative, more demonstrative, right? Willing to work with others more, not to be closed off. This may be one of the reasons that, maybe one of the challenges that have come in before that affected somehow the work or the money play here. But what needs to happen for them is Three of Pentacles. So partnership working, project working, thinking outside the box, working more with others. Certainly having their work, whatever that is, increased in terms of getting notoriety and people seeing what they're doing. For you, what needs to happen is really a whole new way of thinking. Ace of Swords is a feeling of victory and a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of seeing things, clarity. There's definitely clarity that needs to come in. I feel like, again, you were emotionally hurt, but yet your person is somehow also connecting that hurt to some sort of material, financial, or sort of subsistence kind of area in your life. Could be they may have let you down. And again, Queen of Swords doesn't have to be a woman. It could be male, female, it doesn't matter. She just represents the energy. It could be a man who suddenly realized that they were playing a certain role that they weren't happy with. Whichever way, money is definitely involved here, but yet also hurt feelings. Very much hurt feelings, Five of Cups. And also a testing. You feel very much like you're being tested. Again, what needs to happen is a sense of victory for you. Yes, you're coming into this week feeling tested with this relationship. But I do feel like by the end of the week, there is going to be a sense of clarity that you get here. whatever that is with this connection in terms of how you need to move forward. Also, let's get the 3 clarifiers, and I'm going to call this a reading. I don't want the weeklies to be too long. Wow, Leo, it's an interesting read. You and another person are coming together, and it's like there is love here. I feel like there is love on your side, and there's also regret on theirs. There's a desire on your side to stop the arguing, and on their side, there is almost like an acknowledgement that maybe they were stuck in a role or playing a role that was not conducive for the relationship, that wasn't healthy. I feel like your other person is willing to step to the plate financially. They're willing to be much more emotionally invested now. And somehow all of this is playing a big role on this connection. Show me a little bit deeper, or 3 clarifiers. Just show me for Leo this coming week. Show me. Interesting read. I want to say Spirit of Gold and Spirit of the Scales is the most impactful energies I feel here. Definitely a karmic rebalancing here. Tower, wow. 10 of Wands, more completion, 10s, and Page of Pentacles, and work, putting the work in. Again, oppression. So 10 of Wands is all about oppression, right? It's all about kind of like burdens we carry. Sometimes they can be burdens that we carry unnecessarily. Burdens that we carry that aren't ours to carry, right? Aren't ours to shoulder. But 10 of Wands talks about a laying down of that, realizing that the oppression has become just too much, and realizing it's time to lay it down if you want to get to where you want to go. Page of Pentacles, again, talking about, just putting the work in, the effort. Yes, somebody here was burdened with a responsibility that wasn't theirs. Again, this was impacted by money or career or work or something to do with finances. You were, I think, Leo, the one who was ultimately hurt. And I feel like this is also a reconciliatory relationship. The Tower is coming in also because this is really, I want to say, Leo, that it's going to really pull you by surprise how this relationship is going. How this whole connection is kind of working out this week. Because it is a Tower moment in the sense that there's going to be some really hard truths, I feel like, that people are stepping to the plate and acknowledging. And that is almost like, that is a Tower moment because so few of us acknowledge the part that we play, right? So few of us acknowledge the roles, right? Or the mistakes, or where we could have done things a little bit differently. So you're having this really big Tower moment this week. I think it's a Tower moment of understanding, of balancing, coming in a way that you didn't expect, and finally really an unburdening of something that perhaps you've been carrying for quite some time that wasn't really yours to carry. Interesting reading, Leo. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. If you enjoyed, if you got some clarity, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like, go ahead and leave me a comment, all of that good stuff. But for right now, I'm just gonna say, have a wonderful week, Leo, and I shall see you at your next reading. Bye-bye now.